Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start by asking a simple question. Is Raila Amolo Odinga going to win this case against these members of parliament? As we speak, the details are now emerging that Raila Odinga's lawyer, Paul Mwangi, moves to court to block a bid to entrench CDF into law. Remember, MPs passed this bill co-sponsored by Rarieda MP Otiende Amolo in June 2025. Raila Amolo Odinga has been a man who is against the CDF that these members of parliament are of course using to build maybe classrooms in their constituencies, police stations, assist those who are vulnerable to pay school fees, bursaries, and other things. Raila had argued that it was so impossible for these members of parliament to oversight, yet they are the one handling these resources. In other words, also, Raila had alleged that the CDF was unconstitutional. But when Raila Odinga said this, a close ally of Raila Amolo Odinga, the Rarieda member of parliament, Otiende Amolo, and also a lawyer, sponsored this bill where they decided that they were going to entrench the CDF into law. Ladies and gentlemen, before you continue, as you always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like.
Told the MPs and Otiende disagree. CDF national government, give that CDF national government, but to the counties, not the MPs. Fuel levy. Members of parliament, Your Excellency, have no business concerning roads. The role of a member of parliament is clearly stated. Representation, legislation, and oversight. How do you oversight when you yourself are actually implementing? Those funds should go to the counties. And if the governors mess up with those things, then we deal with the governors themselves. But they don't tie the hands of governors. And then MPs go and say, mimi ndio nimejenga barabara hii, pia nimejenga barabara hii, nimejenga shule hii, niko hospitali hii, governor hajafanya chochote. Because the governor has not been given the money. Give the money to the governors. Let devolution work properly. And that's why I say that if they don't do it, we'll make it an election subject. Campaign properly against the members of parliament. So that members of parliament should allow governors to do their work and then do oversight, which is your constitutional duty. That is what I wanted to say today. I don't want to make a long speech.
Something that I'm worried of is that I know these members of parliament very well. They will start having a fight with Raila, of course. Because when Raila Odinga started this scenario, you saw members of parliament gathering themselves into a certain corner, saying that anyone who was going to reject or to block the CDF is an enemy of the people. Guess what happened when Raila said that the CDF was unconstitutional and it was not in the law. the MPs rushed to entrench the CDF into the law. But now, through the Raila Amolo Odinga's lawyer, he has decided to move to court to block this. The question is Raila Odinga going to win this? Then what next? Because Raila had declared even that this issue of CDF is going to be a tool to campaign against these members of parliament. I don't know if you are understanding the trajectory. Then it means that if Raila Odinga is going to lose it, these members of parliament will come up with narratives. Raila is against the people. And that is why he is blocking the CDF. In fact, this is likely to accelerate the hatred in between the people and Raila Amolo Odinga. Reason being, these members of parliament will start coming out hitting Raila Amolo Odinga. With the current situation you've seen in between Raila and the people, and again then another narrative will come in the name that Raila Odinga is fighting the people. Now they will turn it not fighting the members of parliament. In fact, this issue of CDF is likely to create a trouble for Raila Amolo Odinga. I know sometimes you might have a point, but to snatch that CDF from the hands of these members of parliament is not a joke. They know this CDF is the one that is, of course, holding them in their constituencies. When they go back to their constituencies, they usually say, oh, nimewaletea hii, nafanya hii, nafanya hii. In other words, the argument is, you find a member of parliament saying, in a meeting where a governor has attended, you'll find MP clarifying a lot of things he has done more than the governor. When the government stands, he clarifies nothing. So it seems like members of parliament are working that, yani sijasema MPs wanafanya more than governors, but kwa picture kinaonekana MPs alijenga madarasa, MPs alijenga police station, MPs walileta KMTC, MPs wameleta bursaries, MPs walileta buses, MPs walirepair mabarabara zingine hapa. So when you compare a member of parliament and a governor, you will find that people are preferring having members of parliament. Raila had argued that let the governors control the devolution. By controlling the devolution, they must be given fully support by releasing money from the national government. So Raila Odinga had said that now let the CDF be directed to the county government. Let the Kura and Kera be directed to the county government. Let the road maintenance levy directed to the governor. Not government, governors. County government. Then what can you say about that? Is Raila Odinga going to win that? That is the question we must ask ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps that is my opinion. You can also have your opinion. Drop it at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till we meet in another video.